I'm going to start with a key fact of Titanic, the real story of a passer. Before I get to that story, let me begin with what happened that fateful, bloody night. Sent everyone to the very grave. The R.M.S. Titanic was a British passenger liner that sunk in the North Atlantic Ocean in the early morning hours of April 15, 1912, after it collided with an iceberg during the maiden voyage. At 2:20 a.m., after it hit an iceberg pretty much, the unsinkable ship, Titanic, disappeared beneath the waves, taking with her 1,500 souls beneath the icy waters of the basically graves. And here more poor little pastor I found. He did the unthinkable. He did the impossible. But he never lost his faith till he died. He saved people's lives by having them surrender to God while he was dying among him in icy water. So here was his little last memo before he passed away. This was seconds before the ship completely perished. This is when he was on his knees praying to God and saving other people to bring them to God through Jesus Christ. So here began. A pastor named John Harper said to other people around him, pretty much, God himself will be along with them, and he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death. There will be any more mourning, or crying, or pain. The former things are passed away. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Then, seconds later, the power went out. Him and several other people try to hold on to what they could while the ship went vertical. Straight up the hill, him and several other ones had given everything they got to make a sacrifice for everyone else. Before the ship sunk, after he got hit, he gave up his only daughter, put her on a lifeboat. He ain't gonna see her. She could be an orphan the rest of her life. These stories should be told, but they're not. But what this guy did, it should be in the history books, but it's not. This guy named John Harper had led people to the Lord through Jesus Christ. There's another story. I don't have one down, but I'm going to do the best I could. I read it online to the stories who inspired that night. There's one story about her husband woke her up. That's when the iceberg hit the ship. And he told her, I'll be back soon. And he wanted to find out why the engine stopped. Why it made a shuddering sound. So he went to check on it. But the problem was, she never saw him again. Because they locked the third class passengers, storage passengers, and down below on Titanic, which was not right, in my opinion. Then one of her friends knocked on the door, woke her up. She put clothes stuff on. She was not warm. She didn't have no warm clothes at the time. Or she didn't have time, one or two. But what I do know what the story says, she went up on the main deck and waited for him for hours and hours. but didn't see him. Don't know what happened to him. Then she went on a lifeboat. The next morning, she went with her and several hundreds of other ones were saved. Never saw her loved one again. Matter of fact, everyone who was saved that day, 700, and some people were saved out of 2,000, 2,200 some people, 1,500 some perished. On the 607 was saved in water. 300 or so pulled out of the water with dead bodies. 300 dead bodies were pulled from the water, the very grave. It don't matter how much stories like this are evolved, but we need to know the true story of this story. They're making Titanic 2. I don't know if it's a good idea to do that. Probably set still. I don't know when, but I don't know. To me, it's put too much memories into people's minds. What happened that bloody day? What Titanic did, we'll never know the truth of the story. All that we know is Titanic partially hit an iceberg, but the truth is, was in a fire. There's been evidence of a boiler fire, the engine fire in the main area caused the steel to rivet like it did, to do what it did. The truth is, was it a fire or was it something else? But we never know. All the evidence is still there, waiting for a discovery. All the people who died in vain that night in the freezing waters, a lot of them did not come out of the cabins. They stayed with the families, the loved ones, their children. Many of them perished beneath the waves. These stories will be with us for centuries. Never leave us, because what happened that night was not right. And humanity knows that. Every person, every mistake was made at night happened for a reason, but it should not. Every soul who perished that night did not die in vain. It went to heaven because Captain Smith, the main guy, who knowed iceberg warnings, he should have been condemned, but he did. The builder of the ship escaped. And of course, he went to trial and several things like that. But what he did, escaped, and let the children die. Women, children, men, husbands, fathers, mothers, all perished beneath the waves of Titanic when they sunk at 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, 1912. These are very emotional stories, but telling the story of these fibers, well, generations and generations to come, we keep it alive. Tell the real story, not the fake stories. Tell the real stories of who they were and how they did. God bless. Talk about it later.